In this hot real estate market, should you buy? Oh my God.
Series, we've been taking a look at managing finances during the pandemic.
The Macy's, what are you doing to me
and
with
this morning,
this?
how to figure out if it's better for you to rent or buy in today's real estate market. Rebecca Jarvis here with that story. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, George. Yeah, it feels like everyone got the same idea at the same time. It is time to move, and that has sent home prices soaring up more than 17% to new records versus last year. And that begs the question, should you buy or rent?
Carrie Thorpe and boyfriend Brendan have been renting this.
Bro, rental prices have also skyrocketed, by the way. Like, rental prices during COVID were so crazy, especially if you're renting an apartment. Like, it literally was like, for a brief moment, I remember looking at like California rent prices or like Los Angeles rent prices. And I was like, dude, this shit is like actually turning into a relatively affordable in comparison to what it was. Still not affordable though. A like somewhat understandable fucking price. And goddamn, dude, because landlords was just like, if you're gonna pay the rent, I will literally just let you stay here without raising your rent. I mean, maybe for some people their rent raised, but like, it's crazy. Like, that shit doesn't happen in LA at all. What's your monthly rent? Currently, I pay $3,100 for a 2-bedroom. Before that, I was paying $2,500 for a 1-bedroom, and I only moved to a 2-bedroom so that I could my mom could live with me, and it had a garage too, so that my brother could use the garage. Pay $550 a month, dude. Okay, motherfuckers who say stuff like I pay $550 for a 2-bedroom, dog. There is no $550 rent in Los Angeles. You know that, right? Like there is no. Like, what are you cannot live in Los Angeles for $550 a month, dude. If you live for $550 a month, if you find rent, that means you're living with like another person in the same room in a bunk bed. Okay? In LA, you can't live in your fucking car for $550 a month, dude. That's crazy. Water and electric included? Fuck no. You can if you pay rent for the bunch of people. Yeah, I lived in a 3-bedroom with 2 other roommates for a very long time. I am very familiar with the concept. It's because of all the taxes, no taxes, lower rent. Think about it. Oh, totally, dude. Yeah. No, landlords are always, bitch, I learned that property taxes are literally just 1.25 of the original fucking price that you paid for your house, okay? Like a year. Landlords are absolutely ridiculous if they say it's because of the fucking property tax, and that's why their rents are so goddamn high. Okay, of the original valuation in California at least. That's crazy. Okay, wait, you pay water in LA? Yes. Well, water and electric are connected in LA, so LA Department of Water and Power are together. And I think you don't really pay for water, I don't think. I think you just pay for the electricity, but they're connected to one another. And they can't really shut off your water anyway. I think it's illegal. Paying $4,600 a month for a 2-bedroom in New York City, and my rent is reduced. Yeah, New York is even worse, dude. Wait, why don't you move to Texas with the other streamers? Why? So I can fucking never hear the end of it about how I, like, am literally evading taxes, dude? My community would be like, Hasan literally moved to Texas because he is a tax evader, okay? Like, they would make it seem like I moved to the Cayman Islands, okay? They would be like, dude, he moved to LA because he fucking hates, he absolutely despises paying taxes. That's why he's doing it.
2-bedroom, pet-friendly apartment for the last 2 years.
Our kitchen. We have a nice little bar area.
If Chad didn't say anything, hypothetically, would you move there? No, because I like Los Angeles.
Over here.
When the pandemic hit, they had to reassess.
We have 3 animals, so it definitely got cramped pretty quickly.
We love it a lot. It's just we definitely feel like we've outgrown it a bit.
Now they're debating their next move, to rent or to buy.
We want to be able to take advantage of the low interest rates and all of the benefits of purchasing right now. But then there's also houses that are a little bit inflated with the prices.
An intimidating decision anytime, but especially now. Home listings down 37% versus last year. The amount of potential buyers up 53%. Meantime, more available rentals in almost every region of the country compared to 2020.
We're putting money towards rent that we could be putting towards a mortgage and really setting our futures up for more success.
What to do? We asked $1 Million Listing Star.
Kind of disappointing you haven't organized your community yet. Us alone could spark the revolution. Dude, okay, let's just move on.
Our Frederick Eklund to help Carrie and Brendan think it through. First question, how long do you plan to stay?
Sometimes it does make sense to rent because you're not really sure where you're moving, your situation. Sure, rent. But if you're sort of know where you're going in life and where you're going to live, I would say jump into the market now and lock that interest rate in now.
Next up, what can you really afford?
Oh, guy who makes money literally selling real estate tells you that you should literally buy real estate right now? That's crazy. What's up, dude? What's next, dude? Next up, a shark tells you the water is warm and you should jump right in.
Important to put down at least, I would say 20-25%. Try to put down as much as you possibly can.
A good rule of thumb, your house payments, that's your mortgage payment, including things like property taxes and homeowners insurance, should not exceed 25% of your monthly take-home pay. Carrie and Brendan deciding to take the plunge.
We just put our first offer in on a house 3 weeks ago. We quickly became outbid and did not end up getting the house.
Extending their current lease for a shorter period until they can find the house they want at a price they can afford.
Still looking, absolutely.
Fingers crossed.
So, Rebecca, if you want to buy, what's the
Stop platforming. Motherfuckers would be like, stop platforming home ownership, and then simultaneously talk about how great it is that in like Eastern Bloc countries, they literally have so much personal home ownership.
most
Like,
important thing to consider?
So like Carrie and Brendan did here, it's an assessment of your own finances. You want to make sure you have at least 6 months of emergency savings set aside. Your credit is in a good place. That will entitle you to a great mortgage rate at these levels. Then you want to have at least 20% for that down payment. Make sure that the monthly payments you're making on that new home are less than 25% of your monthly take-home income. And that includes things like homeowners insurance.
okay, 25% is I feel like that's a crazy amount. Like, what is this argument? It's just like, oh, you want to fucking buy? Oh, you want to buy a house? Just be rich, dude. Actually, like, not even rich, but like really rich. And also buy a house that's like under your... Is that normal? $25% will barely get the offer done in LA. Trust me, I would fucking know. I bought 3 homes in the last 3 years. The 20%, can you put around 20% down, is normal. That is what they tell you. I have heard this. Even though I'm fairly certain that like no one is expected to do that. Not everything is LA pricing. Foreign buyers not even living in the homes. Yeah, I know. Down payments are so over expected. First time home buyers can go as little as 3% on a conventional mortgage. Really?
Percent of your monthly take-home income, and that includes things like homeowners insurance, those taxes. Remember, there is maintenance involved in maintaining a home that you buy, and time is really key here, George. You want to make sure that you are planning to stay in that home at least for 5 years, especially with prices at these record levels, because they can fall a bit. You want to be able to ride that out so that if you need to sell, you can sell when the house is higher in value than the time at which you purchased it, George.
And the benefits of renting?
So there are plenty of benefits to renting. It's flexible. If you don't know what your long-term situation is going to look like, what your job is going to look like, if you're moving to a brand new city, as a lot of people are, trying out something before you make that long-term commitment can make sense. Oftentimes,
I don't understand. Here I thought you just rent because like you literally don't have money to own a home. But I didn't realize that there were so many benefits. Can be a cheaper option. Isn't, but like can be. You know, it can be. And by cheaper, I mean like obviously cheaper. It's never cheaper with respect to like over a long-term consequence, because you're like not putting a down payment on a fucking house that you're going to own. You're literally just, I mean, you can have a shit landlord, but they'll still fix your shit. Qualifying for even a home loan is a big obstacle for a lot of people too. Brother, trust me, I am in the process of learning that right now, personally, considering that I, like a fucking idiot, for 29 years, never built credit, even though everyone was like, dude, build credit, you're a fucking idiot. And I was like, nah, I'll be fine. So, yeah, I'm gonna...
Sometimes your maintenance costs can be lower. And George, there are some really great calculators out there at places like Realtor.com and Zillow, where you can actually look at whether it makes more sense to rent or buy in the location that you're moving to, given your financial situation, how much money you're willing to put down. Highly recommend checking those out before you take the leap, George.
Good advice, Rebecca Jarvis. Thanks very much.
Well, hey there,
You also don't have to do any maintenance. I mean, that part I like. So what? You like... Is that crazy? Is that like a crazy problem? I feel like I've never had a fucking landlord that has like actually been on top of the maintenance, that I just assume it's the same. Like, I've literally never had a fucking landlord in Los Angeles that's like, oh yeah, I'll get right on it. So I just like, I have to do it on my own. And by on my own, I mean, get Marat to do it anyway. So, like, landlords just, in my endless experience of renting, like, with landlords, it's always like, hey, like, this is broken, can you fix it? And they're like, oh yeah, totally, I'll get on it. I mean, think about how many times my fridge broke, and I've told you guys, like, I was just, like, literally stuck. My fridge is broke, and there's no food in the house. There's nothing I could do. In the middle of fucking Los Angeles in the summer. And that is literally an amenity that you're supposed to offer as a landlord. What is this? Look at this map of wages you would have to earn to afford housing per zip code. 2-bedroom housing per zip code. Enter your zip code to explore the data in your community. 90069 in like West Hollywood is $56.35 an hour. That is what you need to have a 2-bedroom housing wage in West Hollywood. For houses, you have stuff like flooding, new roof, X every percentage of years. Yeah. A big problem with flooding in California. I hate when flooding occurs so regularly in West Hollywood. The fucking famous LA floods that happen. Earthquake, then ass. Maintenance, a huge problem with standalone home ownership, is the main reason people choose to live in condos instead of own houses. Wait, really? Actually, the irony is, like, flooding would be a gigantic problem in Los Angeles because, like, the houses are built in, like, 1914. You know what I mean? So, if you want to be able to live in a single-family home, then that shit's going to be built in, like, 1929, okay? And it didn't rain back then. So they did not build it for flooding. Isn't there like no basements in California? That's true. Oh my God. This fucking chatter came with the hot Wikipedia take. Fuck you, Hasan. What about the great Los Angeles flood of 1938? God damn it, dude. Yeah, fuck you, okay? How about you fuck yourself? All right, you were right and I was wrong. God damn it, dude. You fucking owned me, okay?